everybody? Sanitary 103, always promoting clean eating and a clean and healthy lifestyle. I'm back in the kitchen and I'm going to show you my version of a Latin influenced chicken breast, high protein and a relatively moderate carb meal. So if you come on over here, I'm going to show you some of the ingredients that we got. It's about 2 pounds of chicken cutlet. Serves about 4 people, but I got a big appetite, so I'll probably, eat half of this today and tomorrow for leftovers. So I got about 2 pounds of the chicken cutlet. You're also going to need some tomato paste. You're going to be using 2 tablespoons of this. You're also going to need about 14 to 14 and a half ounces of basically a standard can of diced tomatoes, which I got right there. Over here in a bowl, what you got right here is a mixture of 6 mushrooms I cut up, 1 full white onion, and a little bit on the bottom these guys are hiding, but that's a 1 yellow bell pepper. Gonna be using some salt and pepper, some basics right there. You're also gonna be using, if you look over here, I got some chicken broth from Trader Joe's, and that is a ½ cup. And any old white wine's gonna do, and that's gonna be about a ½ cup. So basically, I sped things up a little bit. So if you look right here at the chicken, what I did was I got it browned up, but before I did that, I also dusted it in some flour, which I use. So once you dust it in the flour, I browned it up on the pan, okay? Now you don't have to char it all the way through, just get, it brown to a certain point and then take it off the grill. So that's the point where I'm at right now, which I have right here. So the next step you want to do is come follow me over here. You put the same pan on medium heat, put some olive oil in there, and I'm gonna put the vegetables inside the pan. I'm gonna leave this chicken out right here. So let's go and do that. Just gonna put that in. It's on medium heat right now. Watch out, it's a little bit hot. All right, look at that, all the nice good colors in there. And I'm gonna put some salt and pepper on this. Get that going a little bit. Do that. Boom, just like that. A little bit of salt. All right, let me get a little spatula real quick. Go this way. And it's gonna take a couple of minutes. You just wanna cook it just a little bit, brown it up a bit. Look at all the beautiful colors you got going right there. All the yellow, the mushrooms and the onions. Okay, so after about a few minutes, if you look, you'll notice carefully, you'll be able to tell because it's softening up. Once it softens up, that means you have to move on to the next step, which is to add the tomato paste. So you want to add, here's the tomato paste right here. You want to add 2 spoonfuls of tomato paste. There's 1. And then just 1 more. Add that. And you just want to mix it in. Make sure you get all the way around. A little bit of stickiness, but it'll be okay. Okay, just do that. Got to distribute the paste on everywhere as much as possible. It needs to be a little bit more distributed on this side, if you notice. Just like that. This meal requires a little bit more ingredients, but once again, like the majority of my recipes, they are fairly easy. I don't want to make it too complicated, so basically for anybody who is worried about cooking, don't fear it too much. I'm not like the most avid cook, so if I could do it, you guys can do it. Okay, so after this, once it's all, tomato paste is all in, you want to add the white wine. So that's a ½ cup once again right here. I'm going to add it in, just like that. And at this point, what you want to do is you want to crank up the heat to high. So you remember that step. You need to keep it up on high once you add the white wine. And you want to just let it sit for a little bit, and eventually it's going to reduce. And we're going to wait for that to occur. So this process is just going to take a couple more minutes. If you look, it's bubbling, and eventually, because it's on high heat, it will reduce. And once it reduces, you will add the remaining ingredients, which is the diced tomatoes and the chicken broth. And I'll do that in a second. And make sure during this process that you don't move the ingredients too much, because you don't want to mash it up too much, and you want to make sure that the heat is being distributed evenly. So this is actually a pretty big pan, and the stove is a little bit smaller, so I kind of moved it around like this accordingly. So definitely keep that in mind. It's definitely bubbling. I'm gonna maybe move it this way a little bit, make sure it bubbles evenly. Okay, it looks really good right now, so I'm gonna add the remaining ingredients. Half a cup of the chicken broth goes right in. Okay, just like that. And I'm going to add the diced tomatoes. It's the 1 can. I had some left over, so I'm going to use the remaining portion of this and about half of the remaining can. It still equals about 14 to 14.5 ounces of diced tomatoes. So after this remaining ingredient, you want to crank down the temperature to about a 3. Ovens are going to vary, but you want to put it on moderate heat to low heat. And then you want to add the chicken back into the pan, so I'm going to do that right now. Now the final step is I covered the chicken with the a little cover for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then after that it pretty much is finished. I left it on a low heat. I'm also going to be serving it up with some rainbow chard. It's just very basic in a wok. It's just olive oil and some garlic. So I'm going to serve it up with that and some good old brown rice that I have. So let's go and get this plated so I can start to eat. I'm starving to get some utensils. Alright, so let's just get the chicken right there. I'm just going to put one on there for now. Let's get some of the juices. So who says you can't eat healthy and make it tasty? Get some of this Swiss chard. You definitely want to get a green rainbow chard on there. Whoops, let's do that. Okay, so be sure to try this out at home and let me know what you think in the comments section. This is once again high protein, it's low carb, very healthy, and it's very easy to make. Comments and questions always welcome. See you guys next time. Bye.